To find out, watch the next episode. Nothing about gambling?
Oh.
We come from a background wherein we don't have any foundation. We have to lay that foundation, then stand on it.
But is debt the right foundation to build your life?
Well, at
That's
that
the
point
only
in
option
time,
we have.
You need to target your credit card dues first, because those are very high interest loans that you're sitting on right now.
This is Bloomberg UTV.
Mr. Subramaniam Iyer and his wife Gayatri are looking for a job to pay off their debt of approximately 7 lakh rupees. They have multiple credit cards, 6 to be precise, 5 personal loans and 1 housing loan. Our experts gave them a few tasks. Let's see what they've achieved. The first was to note down exact expenses and prepare a monthly household budget. Then there was the question of finding a job. Both Subramaniam and Gayatri have been frantically looking for offers and are constantly on the phone chasing potential employers. There was also the important task of finding out exactly how much they owe to every bank on loans and credit card payments, and also checking out if there is a possibility of negotiation or settlement with these banks. The experts also wanted to know the total value of gold and other investments which the family holds as of now before they could offer any solutions.
చెప్తాం దానికి నెలకు 4,000 రూపీస్ పడుతుంది 5,000 యా అది వచ్చింది కాబట్టి కొంచెం we were able to survive.
Okay, please go ahead. Whatever you think.
So these are the number of credit cards that we have. SDFC 2 credit cards that I have and 1 which Gayatri has. ICICI credit card which 1 Gayatri has. I had 1 which I got it closed. SBI 1 credit card that Gayatri has. Citibank I had 1, Gayatri has 1. Both my cards for HDFC banks are maxed out. 1 is in settlement, other one I'm yet to take in settlement. Right. This Gayatri's card is up and running. ICICI credit card I had 1 which I settled. 1 Gayatri's card is still running.
No, it's not running.
It's running in the sense it's open. You have it.
No, I don't have any credits, balance for them. It's closed now.
I'm just showing as if to these are what we have, and for mine everything is consumed. For Gayatri it is open. Alright. This one is under settlement on equal monthly installment. And Citibank, yes, I was on equal monthly installment, but over a period of time I was not able to pay them too, so that has gone back. So 1,10,000 that I had with them has come down to, has come to 1,05,000, of which they are ready to offer a settlement for 75,000. But just because of the fact that I don't have the 75,000 in hand with me right now to pay them, I'm not paying them. I'm keeping them aside. Alright. Now, but my major headaches at this point of time would be to close off these credit cards because these accumulate interest on a very high rate. Alright. And added to which, these are the loans that I have. This UTI loan, if you remember, yesterday I told you for me to buy that computer, 1,367 rupees. Is what I pay every month, and then I have a Fullerton loan which I have taken a year back when my dad passed away, for which I pay 2,500 rupees every month. Alright, there was a chit fund that we have actually taken, which is in fact like a saving, for which money which I pay, which was helpful in closing my ICICI Bank credit card, my ICICI Bank personal loan, and a couple of other things too. And my ABN AMRO, which is on Gayatri's name, is for the amount which we pay is 4,960 for an amount of 1,75,000, for which there's a 30,000 rupees principal which is outstanding at this point in time. If I like to close it today, I pay 30,000 to them and we are done. And Citibank, 4,290 is the EMI which I owe them. 1,41,000 is the amount that we have borrowed. And at this point of time, in today, if I like to close it, I pay them 52,000. We are done. In that case, say UTI, not UTI, ABN AMRO and Citibank, I used to pay them every month. Alright? Because these are not mine. These are not mine because these are Gayatri's. Okay, any which ways I understand till an extent my credit history has gone. But I don't want her credit history to be doing because financial misbehavior or whatever. So that's the reason why I pay off these first. Now this is 9,300 plus 11,000 for my home. for me to run. That is 20,300. Now 20,300, I pay Fullerton, I pay UTI. No, UTI I've been not paying for a very long time because that's a different bank account. That's totally entirely different. Now Fullerton, I pay them every month.
I think if they would have done that, a lot of issues would have been sorted immediately, and the task for the planners also would have become easier. And I did not buy the argument. The one point which got me a little agitated was their logic that because furniture cannot be accommodated in the other house, they need to stay in a rented house. I thought that was absolutely absurd. Then there was also the issue about staying with Gayatri's parents to save on rent, something that both were not too keen on.
So we never thought of, what do you call, staying together. Because it's my parents, right? It's not his parents.
I don't think for me to stay with them, maybe you could call me traditional and all. I don't like, staying with someone else. If I like Gayatri, I like Gayatri. There is no necessary means that I have to like their parents. So do I like them? But I don't like to stay with them in the same house, within under some four walls, with them, and talking to them. Once in a while they come home. That's a good feeling, but I would not love to stay with them.
The kind of habits that you have, as in spending.
Okay, well, I don't splurge on, I don't say I'm a teetotaler, but I don't splurge on booze at all. I mean, but say I and Gayatri go to shop. Pays are enough for right now. I can go for 4. She was okay with a bangle of 8 grams each. I said, no, let's go for 10. I mean, when you're going for it, go for it. I mean,
don't you remember your outstanding loans? Don't you remember the calls from the bank agents at that time? Any other personal habits or personal traits?
You call them vices. I smoke.
And? Nothing about gambling?
Oh, gambling, I wouldn't say when I say gambling, I haven't got to the extent of, I borrow money to gamble. I never done that, and I don't think I would ever do that. Well, I happened to work with a company wherein we were providing back-end support for online gambling sites. All right, and there I learned the game. I mean, it was a necessity for you to learn the game so that I was in the fraud team, the fraud control team, and it was a necessity for me to know the game. And when you're in that kind of a position, I would not say that I took advantage of it, but you have to know ins and outs of the game system and how it works, what are the ways that you can cheat and all that. So I knew this, and that's about it. And maybe if you call it gambling.
How many times did you play the game? Which is the game, first of all?
Poker. I'm made to sit in a bunch of people. I know how to bluff. Bluff is like when you don't have the great cards, or you have very good cards, and the way you bet.
When was the last time you played?
Oh, a long time back, maybe a year and a half back.
That was your last time?
That was my last time.
How many times did you experiment with this, playing poker, and how much money would you have put in?
Well, playing poker is banned in India. You cannot play poker in India. And the company that I used to work with, if you open the site, you cannot, you can open the site, you can go through the site, but if you try to download their application to play the game, you cannot. Because an Indian IP address is automatically blocked. Alright, but there's another site called wherein you can play the game.
Okay.
You can play for real money, that is.
Okay.
You have two kinds of games in this. You have play money and real money. Play money is, you just play, you get your chips, you just play, and you walk out.
There's no money transaction.
There's no money transaction.
So how much real money did you put in real money?
A year and a half back. Total together, I started off with £10.
10 pounds, British pounds.
GBP.
Okay.
At that point of time, it was 80 rupees per pound. 80 rupees per pound in INR. 10 pounds and 5 pounds once.
Okay.
And that's it.
50,000 for your household expenses and setting up the house basically after marriage. You are already working with 3 loans. So was the thought process there that can you actually, meet these kind of financial liabilities? You could have waited. You could have said, I won't be with the TV for another 2-3 months. I'll see when I can afford a 10,000 rupee TV. It's not the most expensive thing in the world. It's a question of, having the requisite funds.
Is it now or when?
Yeah.
I get it. Well, Frankly, at that point in time, when I actually borrowed this 50,000 from UTI, I thought I would. All right, that I thought I would. And as I told you, there was a variable in my salary. So I was actually, maybe only thing wherein I could have gone wrong is I was actually banking on the variable.
You thought that variable component will come through.
Variable component would be coming through because I was not all that bad performer again. But things maybe you can't actually judge a month how it goes.
Because as I see it, the pattern is becoming very clear to me. It's self-evident. How the debt trap literally has sucked you in.
True.
One loan after the. I mean, I can understand financial, medical issues with your mother. Those are things you can't compromise on. You have to go out and spend.
And see, the 1,41,000 which we borrowed. I mean, again a debt trap. If you like me to elucidate it further, I have a bike for which I borrowed initially. All right. For which, with the 1,41,000 which we got, the extra money we had, we went ahead and paid it off.
Okay.
So at that point in time, maybe we thought it was a prudent thing to make. When I say prudent thing to make, it was good. I'm paying off another loan. I have to only pay this guy and even I'm broken.
But you're comfortable taking loans, from what I understand, in a little interaction over the
I
last one day.
was.
You're not scared when you take on debt.
Yes, to certain, to an extent, yes.
Gayatri, did you ever reason with him to take a loan to pay an existing loan, or to take a loan on loan essentially, which is what started happening? The total of 4 or 5 loans that I just want to hear from her what your point of view through this has been.
What I say is, why he has taken loans, basically what I think in the past, what has gone wrong is, we don't have any foundation. Like, everyone has some foundation, like, parents earn something or the other. Because we come from a background wherein we don't have any foundation. We have to lay that foundation, then stand on it.
But is debt the right foundation to build your life?
Well, at that point in time, we thought it was a good decision.
But look at what that option has done now. Has it worked?
I think because of the recession, that's where we are finding difficult.
My last question before we move on to solutions. Leave aside the market conditions, leave aside where the Sensex was, where the economy is, because those things are not in our control. We can't do much, right? Were you getting peaceful sleep knowing you have 4 to 5 outstanding loans and over 2 lakh outstanding in debt on credit cards? Were you getting peaceful sleep? Leave aside the market condition. The Sensex might be at 21,000, it might be at 2,000.
There's no difference to me. I mean, I don't have anything in that for me to reap benefits on. Till 6 months back, yes. But now, every day is, I have people calling me. There are some calls which I don't answer. I know who's calling. And there are situations where, people come home. No, for the last 6-7 months, no. I wouldn't say leave alone peaceful sleep will start to get by.